Ivar the Boneless is one of the most feared and mysterious figures of the Viking Age. Unlike many Viking warriors remembered for their physical strength, Ivar's reputation was built on intelligence, strategy, and psychological warfare. Medieval sources describe him as ruthless, calculating, and terrifying to his enemies. Yet despite his fame, many aspects of Ivar's life remain deeply debated. Even his nickname raises questions that historians still cannot fully answer. Ivar appears in both Norse sagas and Anglo-Saxon chronicles, making him one of the most historically grounded sons of Ragnar Lothbrok. These sources place him at the center of some of the most significant Viking invasions of medieval England. However, the sagas that describe his life were written centuries after the events they claim to record. This creates a challenge. While Ivar almost certainly existed, separating historical fact from legend is difficult. The meaning of the name, the Boneless, has puzzled historians for generations. Some believe it refers to a physical disability, possibly a condition that weakened his legs or bones. Others argue the name was symbolic, suggesting flexibility, agility, or even fearlessness. There are also interpretations that the name reflected impotence or a ritual title rather than a physical trait. No contemporary source explains the nickname clearly, leaving its true meaning unresolved. Despite this uncertainty, historical records confirm that Ivar played a leading role in the Great Heathen Army, a massive Viking force that invaded England in the mid-9th century. This army was unlike earlier Viking raids. Instead of quick coastal attacks, the Great Heathen Army aimed to conquer and control territory. Under Ivar's leadership, Viking forces captured key cities and defeated powerful Anglo-Saxon kings. One of the most famous events linked to Ivar is the fall of King Gla of Northumbria. According to the sagas, Gla was responsible for the death of Ragnar Lothbrok, thrown into a pit of snakes. In revenge, Ragnar's sons launched a brutal campaign against him. While the details of Gla's execution are debated, historical sources confirm that Gla was defeated and killed, and that Viking power in England expanded significantly afterward. Ivar's role in this victory cemented his reputation as a master strategist. Unlike many Viking leaders, Ivar is rarely described as fighting on the battlefield himself. Instead, he appears as a commander who planned campaigns, negotiated alliances, and exploited divisions among his enemies. This suggests that his power came not from physical dominance, but from his ability to control events from behind the scenes. Some historians believe this supports the idea that Ivar had a physical limitation that prevented him from fighting directly, forcing him to rely on intellect rather than strength. After campaigns in England, Ivar's influence extended to Ireland. Irish annals describe a powerful Viking leader named Emer, who many scholars believe was Ivar the Boneless. Emer ruled parts of Dublin and played a central role in Viking politics in the Irish Sea region. These records suggest that Ivar was not only a conqueror, but also a ruler who understood governance and long-term control. Ivar's death is as mysterious as his life. He is believed to have died around the year 873, possibly from illness rather than battle. Some legends claim his burial site was protected by magic, ensuring that no enemy could invade England while his body remained there. Although these claims are almost certainly symbolic, they highlight the fear and respect Ivar inspired. What makes Ivar the Boneless so fascinating is that he challenges traditional ideas of Viking masculinity. He was not remembered for brute force or heroic duels, but for strategy, cruelty, and intelligence. He represents a different kind of Viking power, one rooted in control rather than chaos. Today, historians continue to debate who Ivar truly was. Was he physically disabled, or was his nickname symbolic? Was he the son of a legendary Ragnar, or was that lineage created later to connect powerful leaders into a single story? While many questions remain unanswered, Ivar's impact on history is undeniable. He helped reshape England, influenced Viking expansion, and left behind a legacy of fear that endured long after his death. Ivar the Boneless stands as one of the most complex figures of the Viking Age. Neither fully myth nor simple historical figure, he exists in the space between legend and reality. And as long as questions remain unanswered, Ivar will continue to be remembered as the most feared strategist the Vikings ever produced.